Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to talk about the Superbloom world event in patch 10.2, Guardians of the Dream. This is a brand new world event which takes place on the Emerald Dream, which is a brand new zone of patch 10.2. And in this video we're going to talk about everything you need to know about this event, how it works, what are the rewards, and all that good stuff. But before we jump into that, guys, I just want to shout out the sponsor of this video, and that is actually Fume. Cold turkey might be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. And we're not talking about some Zandalari troll mojo, we're talking about the sponsor of this video, and that is Fume. And they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning product that does just that. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses all natural, delicious flavors. Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers something to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your bad habit. Fume comes in a variety of different flavored cores. The flavor I've been trying out right now is orange vanilla, which is sweet and citrusy with a touch of classic vanilla. Stopping is something we've all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today, and head to tryfume.com/MrGM, or scan the QR code and use the code MrGM to get 10% when you order the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use the code MrGM to save an additional 10% off your order today. Right, so yes, the Superbloom event. This is a brand new event in 10.2. Similar to your Supes, your Sieges, and your Time Rifts, we've had plenty of these different events over the course of Dragonflight. And this is the latest one, which is coming in 10.2, which kind of utilizes a lot of the features of the other ones and kind of throws them together in a little bit of a fun activity. So what you need to know about this event, of course, is that it happens once every hour on the hour. It's about a 20-minute event in total or so, and this will start, as mentioned, in the Emerald Dream, near the central encampment, which is in the middle of the zone. This is indicated by like one of those horn icons. I don't know why they keep using that horn icon. Be cool if they use something else for this. I don't know. Maybe they will. This is still PTR. So the kind of goal of this is to follow Spruce Crown as he kind of blooms the new world tree. Spruce Crown is like an ancient. He's pretty fun. You can call him Sprucey Goosey Lucy or something. I don't know. He's got a funny name, but yeah. And the kind of main goal of this event is just to kind of protect him as he wanders around. So this is kind of cool, actually. So the actual icon does move on the map with him. So when he's moving on the kind of Superbloom event, when it's active, you can actually see on the map where exactly he is, which makes it really handy if you are joining this late. The main point of this is obviously just to get reputation and various items. Obviously, there is a weekly quest, which we'll talk about the specifics of the rewards from that. But essentially, yeah, you want to do this once a week. It is repeatable, of course, for different rep and things like that. But for the most part, just kind of once a week, getting that weekly quest done, similar to Time Rifts. So the things you need to know about this event is essentially, as mentioned, it starts every hour, on the hour. So once you're in that area, you'll see a new bar at the top of the screen, which is the Bloom bar. This is very similar to kind of the Time Rift bar. So to gain Bloom, it's very simple. When Spruce Crown is kind of walking around and doing its thing, you just need to kill NPC, click flowers, pull weeds. Pretty much anything around Spruce Crown will give you Bloom, and this is obviously a group activity, so people around you will also gain Bloom, and that bar will increase. Now, much like Time Rifts, there are different rewards depending on how much Bloom you get. So as of right now on the PTR, the numbers are kind of changing every single week, but around about 2,500, you'll get the Sprouting Dream Trove bag. This will contain Flight Stones, Dragon Oil Supplies, and Emerald Dewdrops. They're a currency we're going to be using in 10.2. At around 5,000 or so, we'll get the Budding Dream Trove bag. This will contain Flight Stones, Dragon Oil Supplies, and a chance of a Drake Watcher's manuscript. So that's pretty cool. When I did this, I actually got one, so yeah, it must be a pretty high chance of that. And then at the end, you got about 8,000 or so, maybe 10,000. As said, the numbers are kind of jumping around at the moment. That'll be the purple bag, and that will contain Flight Stones, Dragon Oil Supplies, and a Dream Seed. Dream Seeds are a new system in the Emerald Dream where you plant a seed, and essentially you'll get some items and rewards, and maybe even a mount from that. So this is definitely something you want to be kind of completing every single bloom. It's, yeah, fairly easy. With enough people around, it's going to go up very, very quickly, and no doubt you'll be getting the Blossoming Dream Trove purple bag every time. So let's talk about the event itself. It's very timed and scripted in regards to how it works out. So as mentioned, it's going to start in the central encampment, and you're going to have about 60 seconds at the beginning for the tree rises. During this time, you'll be able to pick a dream fruit power. Now, dream fruits are similar to, like Torghast abilities and things like that. It's just different crazy abilities to help you out during the Superbloom event. So yeah, you're going to get a few of those. As you get more renown with the Dream Wardens, you're also going to unlock more abilities and things like that. It gets kind of crazy, but it's not too crazy. It's just like, little bits and pieces just to help you out on the event. So you have about 60 seconds to do that, and those abilities will, of course, last the entire event. After that, you'll go into the first section, which is the Dream Gathers. This lasts around 5 minutes. This will be Spruce Crown slowly wandering over to his first location. While this is happening, you want to be watering the flowers, killing NPCs, basically doing anything around Spruce Crown. Like if there's like little ghosty ducks, you want to click those. That'll give you bloom. Everything is going to be giving you bloom here, so essentially just kill anything and click anything around Spruce Crown as he wanders. Very easy to do, and as mentioned, with a lot of people, it's going to be, pretty good. After that, Spruce Crown will get to his first location and stop, and this will activate the next section, which is the Folly of Youth. This is where the Primalist will attack Spruce Crown. You just want to AoE all of these down. You have 5 minutes to fill this bar. It's going to fill up very, very quickly, so you don't, it's not going to take 5 minutes to do. But yeah, essentially you just want to fight off all of the Primalists in this section, so Spruce can continue his journey onwards. Once the Primalists have been defeated and the bar has been filled, you'll go into the next section, which is Evasive Species. Now, once again, for 5 minutes, we're going to follow Spruce Crown and clear the path for him by pulling weeds and killing NPCs, clicking everything, very similar to the first section, of course, and this is going to last 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is done and he's got to his final location, you're going to get an Unruly Storm. Once again, the Primalist will attack in waves. This is not filling the bar here, you just got 3 minutes of Primalist attacks, just AoE them down and clear the area for Spruce. And then after all of that, you're going to have the final section, which is to defeat Verlin Timbercrush, who is the kind of boss of the Superbloom event. Once that is completed, once he is dead, you will complete the Superbloom event, and that's going to be that done. That's going to be a Superbloom event. As mentioned, around about 15 to 20 minutes in total for the Superbloom event to kind of conclude. Once that's done, he's just going to slowly wander back to the central encampment, ready for the next one in the next hour. From the looks of things, he might change up the route every single time, but essentially is going to be exactly the same every time you do the Superbloom event. And as mentioned, if he is kind of halfway through it, you can just check the map and just fly into the area that he's at, which is really nice actually. So pretty simple, kind of fun. It is kind of long, as mentioned. That is essentially the Superbloom event in its entirety. As mentioned, there is a weekly quest. So for this weekly quest, you have to gain 50 bloom, which is super easy to do, and complete the Superbloom event, which is of course killing the boss at the end. The reward for this is the Cache of Overblooming Treasures. So this will reward 447 veteran gear, which is pretty good for outdoor world players. Of course, it'll be a new transmog as well. You'll also get a 1000 reputation token for the Dream Wardens, which is going to be really good. This is not account bound. This is a soul bound item, so you can do this on multiple ults. It's not like the time rifts in that sense. You can do the weekly quest on multiple characters, and you'll also get some Dream Seeds, which, as mentioned, are a new system in the Emerald Dream to kind of grow plants, get mounts, and various things like that. I'll do a whole video on Dream Seeds at some point as well. But that is not all. Once the Superbloom has concluded, another event will trigger, and this is the Emerald Frenzy. So this is a small event triggered directly after a Superbloom. A random area in the zone will become empowered with life energies for a short time, causing the wildlife in the area to go into a frenzy. During the frenzy, enemies will become more powerful and also drop greater quantities of Emerald Dewdrops. This is a new currency in the Emerald Dream, as mentioned, and depending on the bloom quality of the previous Superbloom, the enemies will drop more dewdrops, obviously, if the quality of the bloom was good. So if you fill up the bloom bar beforehand, the enemies in the Emerald Frenzy will drop way more Emerald Dewdrops. Emerald Dewdrops are related to the seeds that are all around the Emerald Dream. It's a whole thing, but eventually you'll get a mount from that. So yeah, definitely get as many Emerald Dewdrops as possible to help out getting mounts and transmogs and things like that. Also, as well, as you'd absolutely expect, there are some achievements linked to the Superbloom event. No meta achievement or anything like that, it seems, as of the latest PTR build. Maybe that'll come in later on, but as of right now, there's only like 3 or so achievements related to Superbloom, and all of them are relatively easy for the most part. But yeah, that's essentially the Superbloom event in 10.2. Pretty much following Spruce Crown around the Emerald Dream as he blooms the new world tree. There's a weekly quest there. It's very self-explanatory. Once you're in the event, it's very easy to just kind of pick up and go with that. And as mentioned, you just kind of want to get the weekly quest done. But if you do want to continue to do it, you will get 55 rep per time completing a Superbloom. Of course, that rep amount could change. It is PTR, so things change. But yeah, essentially 1,000 reputation per time with the weekly quest. So yeah, make sure you do it at least once if you're farming reputation with the Dream Wardens. So yeah, there you go. That is the Superbloom event in 10.2. Let me know down below what you think of that. Personally, I don't hate the event. I've done it a ton on the PTR. Would have been nice to have some different rewards, potentially some pets and mounts. Again, PTR is PTR, so there could be that coming in the future, but as of right now, there are no pets and mounts linked to the Superbloom event directly. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the rewards there. But this is kind of a general overview of how the event works, and yeah, it's different. It's different. They've definitely got a lot of world events in Dragonflight, and this is just the latest one, which kind of uses a lot of the tech from the others. So yeah, there you go. If you like this video, guys, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon, and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT. And I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.